Hey Taurus, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for the 8th of August till, let's say, the 15th. Okay, it's like that second week of August. Hope you guys are doing great today. So we're going to be pulling a little bit of this and that. We got 44% of you wanted more love at the end. 22% astrology, 30% career, 4% others. So for this week, second week of August, we are going to go with an extra extended love read at the end. But I hope you guys are doing great today with Mars in that 12th house. Feeling something that you need to initiate. Things hiding from the obvious that can be an issue right now. Spiritual institutions, religion, any sort of connection to the outside that indicates something that sort of usually rides underneath the surface. So a lot of you might be dealing with some little bit of gossip. People can be talking about you, kind of like, hidden enemies that you may not realize, and you find out about it this time. But you addressing it in a very methodical way. Not aggressively, but smart. I have to tell you guys, this is a very passive-aggressive energy for you guys, and I'm safely going to say for the next 4 months. You're going to be feeling, this is no shade on you guys, I'm a Taurus moon, right? I mean, it's just this passive-aggressive energy where we can be passive-aggressive in our approach. A lot of it is going to be because for self-protection, because we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction in the 9th house, Saturn hanging out in there, so we have the square going on, right? So you're going to be feeling, you guys particularly, especially sun and moon, sun and rising particularly, to a lesser degree moon and Venus, where there's a strong need to align the direction in your life with your beliefs, your religion, your moral code, your moral compass, and there could be the frustration with being able to move forward in this area, to feel more authentic, to be a more authentic version of yourself, right, is going to require you to take baby steps towards establishing what you want for yourself, right? Because in some ways, Taurus, right now, it's like having to do with something in your life. It's like you feel like a fraud in a weird way, like in your own skin, right? Where you feel like, you know what? In some part of your life, I haven't been my full authentic self. I've been doing what my family wanted me to do, my friends wanted me to do, society thinks I should do. And you're just feeling super ready to just be you. But others are going to push against this, right? And you're not going to be having it because it's, again, a very passive-aggressive energy for you with the Mars in the 12th. So you want to try to figure out, where is that anger coming from that you're feeling? Is it, and why, and getting kind of underneath all of that, right? It's a very fiery feeling to initiate something again in that 12th house, which has to do with our dreams, which has to do with our spirituality and, our most authentic self, really. So kind of important there, I would say. You're going to feel the strong initiation. But it's going to be a very fiery, particularly the middle of the month, into the third week, you're going to be feeling it strong. And then on September 9th until middle of November, like November 15th, Mars is going to be retrograde. So that's when, whatever you're feeling the strong initiation to push forward now, Saturn is going to go in there and say, all right, let's take a deep breath. Let's slow our roll a little bit. Let's, look at everything. It's more like a guardrail rather than a restriction, because Saturn has our back, right? Saturn doesn't make things, Mars doesn't make things happen for us that are not ultimately for our highest good. You always have to remember that. First card for the Lenormand is coffin. So there's an ending of something, there's transition. Then we have Clover, beautiful. It's very positive. Then we have letter, information coming in. So some sort of fortunate information is coming in about a less than kind energy. Guys, this is what I was just talking about. The 12th house energy, yes. You hidden enemies. People are saying stuff about you. You're feeling this. Something is going on here. A mask. Oh my gosh. So I feel like, all right, let me pull one more. Dog. Okay, yes. So what I'm feeling here, Taurus, is that something happened for you guys. I feel like something ended. If it's not a job, a family connection, a friendship, a relationship, something happened. But then this Clover energy is like this positive message coming in it's coming to you slowly in bits and pieces. It's like Saturn's giving it to you piecemeal, I feel like. But we have to just like address this snake energy, because this is about, you know, somebody acting one way and doing something else. This is a very I hate to say malicious energy, but it's because this doesn't have to be, but it's somebody who doesn't have your best interests at heart. And they're saying one thing to you and they're doing another. And it's less like the mask, I feel like, is you. And I feel like this is a very sort of backstabbing, biting kind of energy. People saying things happening, having to do with, you know, maybe having to do with work, a family connection within your relationship. Maybe you're finding out that your partner is like, you know, gaslighting you or saying horrible things about you or anything like that, right? This is a general message, guys. It's going to connect to each of you differently. But we have this mask energy, and why I'm like, okay, what I'm feeling like is the snake is, I don't normally get this, but I feel like the snake is a blessing in disguise. I really, really do. Because I feel like whatever you're finding out about this person between the clover, I just feel like you're realizing that whatever you've been in, whatever you've been involved in, has been speaking to your most authentic version of yourself. Even though you really wanted that relationship. At the end of the day, were you like the most authentic version of yourself? And maybe it's time for you to show up differently. Maybe the differences between the two of you are just too thick and challenging, and you realizing this. Or within that family connection, or within that friendship, or within that work situation, right? Where you're realizing that you weren't really doing authentically what you actually really want to do and be. And the astrology would indicate that you're energetically, you're not going to be able to not feel pushed to make changes in this area. I mean, the 9th house, guys, that's squaring with your 12th, it rules your belief system. It's your religion, it's your moral code, it's your moral compass. It also does rule travel. It rules how you deal with other cultures, other people, your belief systems within all of that, and how you really feel. And it's going to be squaring up with the dream that you really want for yourself, and other people in your life just not getting it and not understanding that. But you realizing that, you know what? That was a blessing, that snake, because this is pushing me to look at myself in a different way and really hardcore get in touch with what it is that I want for myself in that career, in a relationship. Recognizing that you haven't been the most authentic version of yourself and you're just not playing anymore. And I love, we got the dog. Did we get the dog last time for you? I don't remember. Comment because I don't remember. So comment below if this is the second week we got the dog. But this can indicate a real ride or die at your side, a great friend, a super supportive partner, just somebody, a great family member, somebody who just really has your back. If that is not resonating with you, this is your the most authentic part of you, is the dog, where the dog is turning around and saying, listen, I got you. This is your inner voice, the real deep inner voice, your inner consciousness. I got you, Taurus. Listen, you know what to do. You know what to do. Stop fighting, and stop playing around with these clowns who don't get you anymore. And just really go hardcore in establishing what it is that you want for yourself. And then just know the changes aren't going to happen straight out of the gate, because I'd be remiss if I didn't remind us all that we do have Saturn in there squaring up things, right? So it's piecemeal, small steps, beautiful, moving forward. It's going to happen. Not right away, probably by January. Keeping it real, even though all the retrogrades and all this nonsense is going to be, clearing out of town by November. I just feel like we have other stuff going on until January, which I'll get more into probably at the beginning of September reads. Now we have Uranus, is all about the future, beautiful. Virgo, problem solving. Ooh, look at this, 12th house, problem solving. Things that you've been feeling in this 12th house energy that you want to make changes. You are going to be making changes in them with your Virgo energy, focused on the future. I can't tell you how good this is. This is so positive. Even though you are like, shut the hell up, woman, I'm not feeling positive right now, I can tell you that is not what these are telling me, that you're going in a good direction here. You're uncomfortable because it's uncomfortable to make changes in these houses. There's no question. Leo, be you, do you. That's it. Leo's about the 5th house. What do you believe? You need to be happy. What do you really want and need? To feel creative, to be creative. What do you want in that relationship? How do you want your communication to be? Really? A lot of you are going to be looking at your relationship with your children, your relationship with your business, your relationship with your lover, your relationship with yourself, and are you even, doing what you want to do? The Leo energy is a very me-centered energy. It's really focusing on an individual level, what it is, and I don't mean to say like that in a negative way. It's really getting in touch with what you, Taurus, what you need on the deepest level to feel creative, abundant, right? Because the sun rules that. Beautiful. Yeah, let's get into the tarot. King Wands coming into this. Cancer and Leo. Something going on with the home, the roots, the safety, having a fire in your belly, really wanting to move forward in a particular way. Lots of strong passion. Some of you may be feeling a lot of passion to make an actual move, having to do with career, making an actual move. If it has to do with home, wanting to make a move, like setting your sights on something and wanting to move into it. Because the wands are will, it's passion, it's motivation, and it's very forward moving, right? And Leo is that passion energy. And Cancer is not only does it rule how it's the Cancer's the fourth house of home, but it's also feeling really excited about feeling grounded and rooted in something, really, and trying to put your ducks in a row, whatever that means for you. So the situation right now is we have the Page of Wands, okay? And so this indicates a new cycle. It's being crossed by the Lover's energy. So for those of you in a relationship, this could indicate a new cycle in a relationship, because Page does indicate a new cycle. It's a court card. So the basic general energetic influence is a new cycle. If this is you're feeling a lot of fire in your belly for a new cycle within your life. If this is another person, this could be you. If you're single, say, this is you meeting a new person who's very excited and very passionate. You're very interested in them. You're very attracted to them. Can be a little immature, not going to lie. Could be, because it's Page energy, but that's how it could show up for those of you who are single. But it's being crossed by the Lover's energy. So let's talk about this for a minute, because the Lover's energy can mean, for those of you obviously in relationship, if it's a new cycle, it's you guys getting together and saying, all right, where are the fissures in the foundation of our relationship? And are we going to work at this together to fix it together? And you have to work at it together, right? I mean, that really is this energy, because there are clouds here typically, right? I mean, normally in this, the lovers are actually not even touching hands, because there's this conflict that needs addressing between the two parties in this, but it's the making a decision to make the relationship work. That's got to be emphasized here. It's the decision needs to be made in moving forward in the relationship, that you're both equally going to show up to work at this, to incite this new cycle. If you're single, this could indicate you meeting somebody else. You might be meeting a Gemini. It is the card of the Gemini. But this could also be you sort of reasoning out within yourself that, you know what, I realize I have issues, other people have issues, no one's perfect, and I really need to start opening myself up more if I want to have a really good relationship. Those of you here with career on your heart, this is having a strong fire in your belly for either a new cycle in your career, doing something different, or even jumping onto a new path altogether. But it's the making of that decision and understanding that there's going to be work involved, right? But if you're putting the work in, the energy is here for you to support you, right? Because Archangel Raphael blesses the Lover's card, which is beautiful about healing and progressing forward. Really nice energy. Crowning, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is, I love this energy because it's Scorpio and Sagittarius. So for those of you who are just meeting somebody new, this is very much like a a suave energy, let's just say, because Scorpio does rule sex and Sagittarius is about moving forward, right? So you feeling very attracted to somebody new and somebody being very excited. That could be as an external influence. having to do with love. External influence having to do with career. This could be somebody coming in offering you a new job that's going to incite a whole new path for you. Or if this is you, again, because it's a core card, we have to understand it in different ways. This is you feeling very excited about starting a new path. You're very ready for a transformation, right? Because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. It doesn't only rule sex, right? It also rules death and life. So the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new, simultaneously allowing transformation in something that you feel really excited about, that's going to move you forward. So really good. And we got the Two of Wands. Yes, I love this. And I love the Two and the Three of Wands in the Minor Arcana. This is being invited onto a new path that you're going to feel very excited about and feel really, it's going to go well, because this is Mars in Aries. This is taking a chance on a new perspective, a new path, right? Because Mars rules Aries. This is all about, and Aries is the baby, the zodiac. And it's the Emperor energy. So it's about feeling confident, doing something even though you don't have all the information. This kind of energy doesn't pay attention to the little things. It just kind of goes for it. But what the Two indicates is you're being called on a new path. So you're getting a new job. You're being assertive in climbing, going after that new career. You're being assertive in allowing that new relationship to grow if you're just meeting somebody. Really nice energy. Absolutely. Beautiful. Now you and only you're the Three of Swords. Why? Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra. Saturn just means restriction and those guardrails and slow down. You need to look around. What are you really doing and feeling here? Because it's in Libra. So Libra's a big energy, right? Because Libra is, first of all, the landlord of the 7th house of relationships. And when I say that, it's also partnership. So it would be marital partners, not just like love affairs and lovers. That would be more 5th house energy. So this would be marriage partners. This would be business partners. Any close family or friend connection, even a close work connection where you have a shared soul purpose. You're going through a period of restriction and delay and challenge and frustration right now with someone in this area. It could even be a group of people. So you can be feeling very frustrated, having to do with that business partner, having to do with that workplace, having to do with that marriage, anything like that, those close connections. There's restriction there. And this is the card of pain. So you can feel in some way or another betrayed. And that can go back to the snake energy as well, where, you're in the space of like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? Where you feel a level of betrayal. Now, this does not have to be third party kind of thing. It can be, depends on your situation. This is a general reading, but in the same way, I can't say that it's only that. This could be somebody talking smack about you behind your back, throwing you under the bus, doing some sort of hurtful thing like that. This could be somebody being grossly irresponsible with mutual resources, where it ends up impacting you, and that makes you feel a little betrayed, or a lot of betrayed, But there is this devil energy that you are surrounded by, man, is this craziness, right? Look at this. We have that apple, that devil energy, and what do we have with the snake energy? Just saying. Hold on. If I could grab it. Look at the idea of the apples. External energy, Taurus. Yes. All right. Listen. When the cards line up with the astrology and the Lenormand, hello, we got to pay attention to this, all right? Where is the imbalance in somebody external to you? This could be friendships, family connections, co-workers, colleagues, your partner, family, whatever. This is an external energy where there's some sort of imbalance. It could be anywhere from dealing with somebody's addictions, that they're making you a problem, right? Or just anywhere where there's imbalance. Is there gaslighting going on in your life? Deflection, egotism, anywhere where there is somebody who doesn't have your best interest at heart, and it's impacting the relationship. The devil energy is imbalance, and at the end of the day, how do you know if it's imbalance? Is it impacting your relationship with that person or with that group of people? Is it getting in the way? Because if it's getting in the way, then it's creating imbalance, and whatever that means. Alcohol addiction, drug addiction, sex addiction, food addiction, addiction to money, any sort of eating disorder, anxiety, depression, unchecked, untreated, egotism, lust, greed, just deflection, gaslighting, any sort of narcissistic tendencies. That's the devil. All those things, right? So take your pick. You're scared of the Tower. Now, this is the thing. The Tower is Mars. Mars is in your 12th house. You're on a very visceral level, feeling super concerned about what the coming down of this connection or relationship is actually going to mean in the long term. And I get it. But the Tower is very necessary. It's a beautiful energy. It is. I know a lot of people hate it. I don't hate it because it's a Mars energy, and Mars saves us from ourselves a lot of the times. It's like, come on, Taurus, you don't belong in that thing. I've been putting up the red flags, and I've been trying to get those rose-colored glasses off your face, but you won't see it, and now I had to take it away from you because you wouldn't end it on your own. So I need to help you make these changes. And then we're going to get on the Chariot, because in numerology it's connected to the Chariot, and the Chariot's connected to the Cancer energy, which is about 4th house of home, roots, feeling safety, feeling grounded. It's where you belong. So whatever you're fearing here, don't fear it. Let it happen. Let it happen. Because it's going to all be okay. Don't be afraid of that group of people who are not going to be okay with you standing up for yourself. The family connections, the friend connections, your significant other, people in work not being okay with this need that you're going to have to stand your ground. Because something big is happening here, but it's a gift. You need to understand that it's a gift. That's why I feel like the mask after the snake is a gift, because it's going to be bringing you in a different direction, and it's going to really serve you well. The outcome here, and by the way, this is your fear. You're afraid of that. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Everything might go, smooth sailing out in reality in the 3D, but this is what you're afraid of. You're afraid of changing your thinking, or you're afraid of that relationship ending, or that job ending, some sort of ending. But whenever we have the Tower energy, it's something becomes illuminated that needs to be changed, and we can't not change it. Something needs to be taken down as it was. Okay, so that's a fear, and you know that. So this is a very intuitively, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles here. This is the Sun in Virgo. I like it. The Sun cultivates and nurtures whatever it's in, and Virgo is a money energy. It's also ruled by Mercury, so you're going to be first of all having you're just going to be thinking differently about your future. You're going to be approaching work differently. You're going to be problem solving in this energy. Virgo's all about problem solving and being critical, but in a good way, to solve problems, right? You're going to be putting all your ducks in a row in this energy. This is fabulous. This is a building energy too. So it's building, right? It's right before the 9 of Pentacles, which the 9 of Pentacles is like, all right, you know what? Things are going in a good direction, right? The 8 is necessary to get to that point. And then we have, as the near future, we have the King of Swords. So yeah, I mean, listen, all about the truth. Think thoughts. A new reality here. This is Capricorn and Aquarius. So I like attaching particularly the astrology to certain cards even more than others. And I like that this is Capricorn and Aquarius, because what is that? Capricorn is about putting hard work into something. It's the sign of work, ruled by Saturn. Yeah, there are going to be some challenges. Yeah, there are going to be some restrictions. But I like this for you for this first week, because we do have Saturn forming that quintile with Chiron, and we have Uranus retrograde on that 15th. So again, this is just going to be feeling more competent, effective, and secure regarding your responsibilities during this period, and this is going to really show itself in the near future, where you're going to have a strong sense of both tradition and innovation, and having things really work for you and getting in touch with what that means for you. You're going to be able to express your unique qualities and your own perspectives to go your own way. In a really good way, again, without stirring up any kind of like crazy controversy or anything like that. And then again, Uranus going retrograde on the 15th. Definitely a season of a more conservative approach to pursuing your goals in a new truth. Less rebellious time, pulling it back on all of that. Thank God, right? Generally speaking. Generally speaking, obviously this is not going to be for everybody, but at least the way you're appearing to people. So I really like this. And And this is really good to start slowing things down a little bit, getting ready for that Mars to go retrograde on September 9th. So I mean, I do like it. I like it. So for some of you, very literally, this is going to be you changing jobs, doing something different, having to do with work. For others of you, this has to do with working differently within relationship. For others of you, it's you just establishing, you know what? I don't want to think that way anymore. I really don't. It's not serving me. It's time I need to start focusing on my future, tweaking the way I view things, because clearly the way I've been viewing it maybe hasn't been serving me the best, and I need to figure out where adjustments need to be made in that 9th house of belief systems. That's all. That's all, right? That's all. Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, so much self-growth. So I feel like, you know, there were going to be some blessings in disguise here for you. I just truly feel like that. All right. So let's pull some, because it's like, if that didn't happen, then this wouldn't happen kind of thing. I mean, as is life, for goodness sake, isn't that the way it all goes? But obviously, right? But I feel like it's going to be supremely obvious to you in a couple of months why everything rolled out the way it did and how very necessary it all really was to happen. Okay, so let's pull a few of the good tarot. Get some messages for relationship. 8 of Fire. Okay, good. Transformation, new cycle. Some of you might be traveling, if you can travel. 7 of Water. Okay, lots of choices. Page of Air, new thoughts. Looking at something from a different perspective, a new perspective. I love the 7 of Water here for you in the middle. Venus and Scorpio. Yes. Venus and Scorpio is all about transformation. We have transformation. So I like this a lot. This is you have a lot of choices right now. Not all the choices are going to be equally as fabulous for those of you who are single. So just pay attention to things. But I do like, if you're single, these are 3 really, really good cards, because this is, you know what, I've been through a lot in relationships. The 8 of Fire. I've been through a lot in relationships. I'm trying my best to do to do the right thing, but now it's really time for me to bring myself up and level myself up to a situation that's more authentic for me, for those of you who are single. And as soon as you make that decision, you're going to have choices. And with the Page of Air, Page is a new cycle. It's a new way of thinking, a new way of approaching. So that's going to be for those of you who are single. For those of you in relationship, I'm getting that there's going to be some sort of evolution up into a new phase. Well, we're all going through that anyway. Everything is entering into a new cycle. So let's just, put that forward as a given. But with the 7 of Water, with those of you in relationship, I feel like you guys are going to be solidifying exactly how you guys are going to be moving forward. What are the choices that are available? Do we live together? Do we not live together? Do we get married? Do we not get married? Do we have children? Do we not? Should we move? Should we not? Really kind of looking at everything and figuring out what works for you guys, but in a good way, right? Because it's Venus in Scorpio. So you guys are going to be checking in with each other as, how do you feel? How do I feel, right? Because it's Venus. Looking at money. What do we need financially as far as where we want to go with our relationship? What do we want to do as far as that? And it's kind of, having this new type of mindset where there's going to be a lot more clarity, I feel like. There's going to be a lot of conversation going on. Now, Mercury is going to be in Leo, so you just want to make sure that not everything is what's going into Leo. So you want to make sure that you're listening as well as you're speaking. That's the only little caveat here. But yeah, I like it. I love the 8 of Fire. Maybe you guys are going on a trip and you're trying to decide where to go. And wherever you go, it's just really going to sort of open you up in a new way with the Page of Air. I have to give all the different interpretations of it. And if you're traveling, congratulations. I wish I were you. Right? strange world we're living in now. Okay. All right. Let me pull them out, and then I'll pull them up to the camera so you guys can see. Okay. All right. Oh, my cat is crying outside, if you can hear that. Okay. My cat Lexi gets mad when I read because I have to shut my door because she likes to jump up on the table and make a mess. All right. Okay. Five of Pentacles. King of Swords. Oh, you know what? Taurus, why are you doing this to me now? I got to pull more cards now. Can't leave it there. Six of Cups, no. Death card, okay. Queen of Pentacles, all right. All right, my friends, all right. Let's see what's happening. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised with where it leads. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay. So the one type of relationship that I didn't mention, as I mentioned singles and those of you in relationship, are those of you in a weird space and wanting to reconnect with somebody. Yes, you may be doing it. You may be like, I've been through a hell of a lot with this person, but I still have fire in my belly and I want to try to transform it. But what does that actually mean? We need to sit down and have that conversation. And the Page of Air does indicate having a meeting of the minds there. But let's check out what happened here. Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. Very psychologically based though, right? Where there was a lot more support, a lot more positive in this connection than you were actually able to see. It's not your own fault. It just has to do with, where, part of the human condition, where we end up focusing our energies. And it was this feeling of lack, maybe on the lack of money in this connection, or the lack of communication, the lack of connectedness, the lack of feeling like your voice really mattered. The King of Swords is all about relying on yourself. So you got into this space where you were like, who I could trust? Me. I could trust me. I don't trust anybody else to be there for me in the way that I really, really need. And it's getting in touch with whatever your intuition is telling you. You need to trust that. And I'm not going to say that you need to go it alone, but it's like, your truth. Your truth. Even going back to the dog energy, your truth. Now we have a Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups can be a reconciliation energy. It doesn't have to be with somebody that you've been intimately involved with before. Let me be clear here. For those of you meeting somebody new, this could be an energy that you feel like you've met them before, where you may have known them in a past life. Your energy may have just crossed paths at some point, in an energetic way in a past life, where you feel like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you forever. Or you can, you're like my people, or like we're cut from the same cloth kind of thing. You understand. Others of you might be connecting with somebody who you knew once upon a time, maybe in grade school, or you met them at a job a long time ago, whenever. It has to do with the past. Others of you, it could have to do with a past relationship. And the need to make a decision here, though, over if you think it's worth revisiting or not. If that person was narcissistic, leave them in the past. Leave them in your rearview mirror. Don't bring them up into the present. You need to, but you are the only one who needs to make that judgment call. You know what I'm saying? Not your friends, not your family. You will know what that means, okay? But this is a Sun in Scorpio, guys. Sun in Scorpio is all about transformation, transformation, transformation. And what do we have next? Transformation. This is a card of Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So the ending of a way that was in order to create something new. So the way something was is done, done, done. All right. So we're going back here with life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. We can't resist the change, because when we do, we resist the natural flow that wants to happen in our life. So you have to allow whatever's transforming, whatever this past, however this past energy is showing up or coming back around, whatever it is. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, right? And this is a Sagittarius and Capricorn. I like it because Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity, luck, and expansion, a belief system, a moral code, a moral compass. And when we have it there with Capricorn, Capricorn saying, yeah, you know what? I'm ready to put the work into this. If everybody's ready to put the work into this relationship, this is going to be a beautiful thing, because Pentacle energy is mental, physical, and emotional connection. But it's requiring that work. So if you're dealing with an energy who's willing to be in that with you, Taurus, if you were with them in the past, beautiful. If you guys are in a relationship right now, maybe you've been in a little bit of a weird space. You guys are going into this next cycle. You have everything that you need in order to revamp it or vamp it up or ramp it up into this next cycle. But I like that we got the wait, don't rush it, because guys, Saturn is there. Saturn is retrograde in your 9th house of beliefs. So just take your time with it. If you're revisiting anything or you're working on anything in relationship, anything, just take your time with it. Don't rush into anything. Just really pay attention to everything. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen way more beautifully if you don't rush into it. And that is what I have for you, my friends. I hope this was helpful for you in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.